Hi, Shane from Fender here at the NAMM Show 2016. This is the new Fender Bassbreaker series amplifiers. These are guitar amps that kind of harken back to the tradition of the original 59 Fender Bassman, which you may know a lot of companies kind of took that circuit and moved on and did other things with it. We're kind of taking it back for Fender. We have a range of combos and heads from 45 watts down to 7 watts. They're very modestly priced, made in our Ensenada, Mexico facility. The 45 is a true recreation of the 59 Bassman circuit with a couple of minor changes for today's player. One being there's an output level knob that goes from 45 watts all the way down to 1 watt. So you can get that really nice juicy output tube distortion and dynamics at a lower volume so that your bandmates aren't mad at you. So that's the 45. I'm going to go all the way back to the smallest guy in the series, the 7, 007 we call it. It's a 7 watt, available in a combo or a head. And the 007 is a very different amplifier. It's a single-ended, single power tube EL84, which is Class A. And so you get some nice juicy harmonics. But again, you turn your guitar down, single coil. So this is a fantastic amp for the bedroom, for the recording situation. 7 watts in a head or a combo. I'm playing it right now through a single 12 enclosure. And the entire Bassbreaker series, though the 4 of them have very different kind of things that they do, they all benefit from a semi-closed back cabinet construction. What makes that cool is Fender amps traditionally are open back and you get lots of air around the amp and it's ambient in the room. Closed back amps give you that thumping, tight bottom end that's really pummeling, that is good for certain things, but then it doesn't have the air around it. So a semi-closed back blends the two approaches where you get some of that punch and some of the air around the amp, and we really think it's a neat addition to this line. Moving on from the 007, which is a nice little high gain amp, we're going to switch over to the 15. 15 has a kind of new thing for us at Fender where it has a 3-position gain structure switch. This is almost like a boutique amp feature where I can have a very clean tone. I can go to a second gain level, that's a different tone shape. And then up to a real high gain option. Lots of high gain stuff in there. The 15 watt Bassbreaker is the only one that has reverb in it. We've gone with the digital reverb, meaning if you like a Fender Spring reverb, we make about 60 amps that have that. If you're a high gain player, the digital actually doesn't get in the way as much and works really well. So that's the Bassbreaker 15. And then moving on to the 1830. The 1830 is kind of the club master, where you have a 30 watt channel with the tonality of a deluxe reverb and an 18 watt channel with the tonality of a Fender 1961 Brown Deluxe, which is an interesting transitional amp that was kind of similar to the Tweed Deluxe and was used on a lot of recordings over the years. So my 18 watt channel, excuse me, my 30 watt channel rather, kind of nice spanky twang. Switch over to the 18 watt. It's not like you went to a completely different amplifier, you just went to an amplifier with less headroom. So all those cranked up tones are there at the 18 watt side, but you still can go back same amp, and it's not switching a preamp like we have amps like the Supersonic or the Hot Rod where you're switching the preamp. This is literally changing the output level of the power amp, so you're getting power amp distortion at a lower level on the 18 watt. So that's the new Bassbreaker series of amps from Fender. I'm Shane, signing out. Thank you.